Welcome to the bowels of retribution. If you're a collector of the physical format, as I am, you'll know that special feeling that surrounds hunting down, capturing and holding in your hands one of those holy grails that you've been looking for years and years and years. Well, today's a special day because I have got 3 to show you. Hello everybody. Yes, today is a beautiful day in the bowels of retribution because I have got 3 CDs to show you, all of which I have been hunting down for a long time, and I have finally got my hands on them, and I'm going to share these 3 with you. I've picked these up over the last few weeks and months, but I'm super excited to get them. The first one I'm going to show you is a band from Stockholm in Sweden. This is a one and done album by this band from '93, and I did used to own this when it first came out, and it's one of those CDs that slipped out of my collection, sadly, but I've always regretted letting it go. I needed the money at the time, you know, I'm going back 15 years or so it couldn't be helped, but I'm super excited. And luckily, for you guys watching, if you're interested, this has had a recent re-release by Vic Records. They put it out on CD and vinyl, and it is the album A Forgotten Dream by Internal Decay. I am so happy to have this back in my collection. Like I say, one of those records, one of those CDs that I let go and regretted it, and I have ever since. So to finally get an OG copy, I am super excited. But if you don't know Internal Decay, superb old school death metal, obviously from 1993, but one of the most atmospheric death metal albums you're ever going to hear. An absolute hidden gem in the genre for me. Considering these guys come from Stockholm in Sweden, they have got so much more of a European sound than a Swedish sound. Very much like, if you like Always by The Gathering, their death metal album, you're going to love this. Little bits of clean guitar in there, flutes, keyboards, just to add this beautiful atmosphere throughout it. The lead guitar work is fantastic. The guitars in general sound really thick and heavy. The bass cuts through really nice in the production. It's got that old school sounding production, but it cuts through brilliant. The vocalist is superb. He is kind of got that anguished sound of Tompa from Out the Gates, but he's always reminded me of, if you know Johnny Morrow, rest in peace Johnny, from Iron Monkey. One of the most intense vocals ever. And with the music being atmospheric, you wouldn't think that would work, but it does. It is absolutely superb. And like I say, I am so happy to have it back in my collection. If you don't know this album and you're a fan of early 90s death metal, you need it. It is as simple as that. It's an absolute hidden gem. I don't know why a band like this never had more of a following. Maybe the record label put out in Euro Records, you know, compared to the big labels, I suppose their promotion wasn't half as good. But, and I think they've got a new EP out as well, which I need to get my hands on. So please go and check out Internal Decay from Sweden, and this release, A Forgotten Dream, like I say, recently reissued by Vic Records. Check it out. So up next, we have got a band from Austria in Vienna. This band only released one full length, put out in 1992, and one EP put out in 1993, and this is a compilation of the two, put out in 2001, I want to say, by Napalm Records, and it is the band Miasma. So this includes Changes, which is this cover, and also Love Songs, which is this cover, the EP. I first saw Jeff over at Mendicant Media show this, and it intrigued me because it's a band that passed me by back in the day, but I've been hunting it down ever since, because when I'd listened to it I thought, oh, I need to hear that. Unlike the Internal Decay, this is more nasty, dirty, filthy dirty and horrible death metal, with them being from Austria, Vienna. You can't avoid those similarities with Pungent Stench and Disharmonic Orchestra, and they kind of have a bit of that, both those bands in their style. They've got the nastiness and the dirtiness of Pungent Stench, but they've also got the unpredictability and progressiveness of Disharmonic Orchestra. Sound wise, it is really nasty. The guitars are so nasty sounding, really down tuned and heavy. The bass is right in there, it's really well produced again, that beautiful old school sound. The drums are fantastic. The drummer has got some amazing tempos in there, and some of his drum fills are just brilliant, you know, they really stand out. The vocals are deep gutturals but vomited out. An absolutely fantastic release. Let me show you the inside. But yeah, it's death metal with a bit of everything in there. There's blasts in there, there's doomy parts, and it's 8 tracks. Is it 8 tracks is on Changes, like I say, and then you've got 4 tracks. 4 tracks on the Love Songs EP. Production's slightly different on that. Still got a nasty sound, and there's actually a live recording of the second to last track, Morbid Knocking. There's a live track. I'm not sure if that'll show up on there, if you can read that or not. But yeah, one of those bands that passed me by back in the day. Like I say, I knew all about Pungent Stench, loved that band. Knew all about Disharmonic Orchestra, loved that band. Never knew about these. But if you like either of those bands, you definitely need to check these out. Miasma, and that's their Changes album plus Love Songs EP from 92 and 93. Go and check it out. And last but certainly not least, and I am so happy to finally have this in my collection, it is a CD I have been tracking down for decades. This is a band from the Netherlands. This is their only release, put out in 1989 on the Foundation 2000 label, and it is The Spooky Gloom by Sempiternal Death Rain. Even just seeing this CD in my hand, oh, so pleased to finally have it. Look at that. I mean, look how old school is that. It's just got the lyrics on the back. It doesn't even have any information. Everything that should be on the back inlay is on the inside there. I just love that. Love that. It adds to its old school perfection. If you do not know Sempiternal Death Rain, many hail these as the first death doom metal band out there. Released in 1989. I think Paradise Lost's demo was out in 89. But what sets these apart for me is this is real death doom. It's not death metal slowed down like a lot of us would class death doom, you know, that's what it is. But this is doom and death. This goes from proper doomy riffs. I'm talking like, you know, Black Sabbathy style single note picked riffs into autopsy like death metal. You've got songs on here that are 2 minutes long, which are just pure blasting furious death metal, and then you've got other tracks that are like 11 minutes long, and they transition between those doomy single pick notes into the more aggressive style, and the way they transition in the songs is just fantastic. It's just seamless. They do it so well. I believe as well the guitarist vocalist was only 16 when they recorded this album, but it's got such an old school feel to it. It's almost a demo quality recording. The guitars have got a nasty tone, but that real sort of trebly and fizzy sound. The bass is brilliant. Vocally, he sounds very much, he's got a great voice, very much Martin Van Drunen cross with John Tardy, anguished but powerful. It's just a brilliant release. I love everything about it, and it's an album that is desperate for a reissue. It is fantastic. I believe after this, they released this and then split up shortly afterwards. I do believe that 2 of the members went on to be in Eternal Solstice, and the vocalist guitarist joined Sinister for a short while. But yeah, I'm so happy to finally have this in my collection. Like I say, one of the very first Death Doom records out there from 1989. Sempiternal Death Rain. In the background, we are listening to a bit more Death Doom in the shape of Honoriphagus or Honorophagus, however you pronounce that, from Spain. This is their second full length, put out in 2019 on Extreme Music. If you love the likes of My Dying Bride, Consecration, that style of death doom metal, you'll love these. That's what's been playing in the background anyway. Let me get all these 3 in my grubby mitts in one go. Fabulous. So pleased to add these to the collection. And like I said in the beginning of my video, you know, if you're a collector of the physical format, you know what an amazing feeling it is to get your hands on the Holy Grail. What a lucky boy I am. 3 in one go. Thank you as always for taking the time to watch. It is always very much appreciated. I'll be back again soon with another video. Until then, take care everybody. Bye for now.